Hey everyone, this is I at Healthy Eye on Instagram and healthyeyeblog.com. Today I want to go over how to start a hydroponic garden. I'll be making a video series so you can see the garden progress from seed to harvest so that I can make it into salad. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe down below, and if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to answer them. So some of the things you'll need for hydroponic gardening is 2 different seed trays. So this one has no holes in it, and this one does. You see the holes there for drainage. The reason why you need 2 trays is so that the top one doesn't hold the water in and rots your roots out from below, and so that the taproot can go ahead and try to find the water, so you have a better root system. And then for the top, both the bottom trays and the top are from Super Sprouter. I bought this from a hydroponic store in Jacksonville, Florida, and but you can also purchase them from Amazon. This one comes with a really cool lid system. As you can see, it spins and opens up, so you can let the air out. And it's quite tall comparatively to the ones that they sell at my local Lowe's or Home Depot. Okay, also, you'll need Grodan cubes. These ones are the AOK starter plugs. They fit really great into my net pots in my hydroponic system. They are a 1.5 inch starter plug. I'll also be using the seeds from Renee's Garden. One of them is Sweet Baby Romaine and the other one is Garden Baby's Butterhead Lettuce. So to get started, we'll take some of these apart and soak them in water before putting the seeds in. You don't have to use a pH reader or pH tester rather, to check your water, but it's advisable to do so that you can tell what the pH is of your water. Mine was fine, so I just go ahead and filter my water with a Brita filter, and that way it just gets rid of random impurities and a lot of the chlorine that's in our water as well. I wear gloves when handling the Grodan cubes. They're made of spun rock, which is basically like fiberglass. You can handle them without gloves on, but it's not preferable. I've done it a couple of times and it always has that weird fiberglass feeling if you ever handled fiberglass afterwards. So definitely prefer wearing the gloves. And I can't get the soap. Oh, there it is. So these just tear apart and they come off in these little cubes. I have the smaller ones and I tried using them, but they kind of break off into way smaller bits that I actually they kind of break off unevenly, and I don't really enjoy that. So I like these a lot better because they don't break off into bits that don't make any sense. I have 8 spots in my tub for the seeds for these cubes to go into. However, you never know what may happen to one of these cubes, so I have 1 extra of each, for each seed packet rather, just in case. I'd rather be over prepared for this. So it's been a couple of minutes and the Gordon cubes have totally rehydrated. They definitely weigh a lot more than they had before, and you can see that they've gotten quite a bit darker. Again, I'm definitely loving these larger Gordon starter plugs because they stand by themselves, whereas the smaller ones did not and had a problem with them tipping over whenever they're in seedling trays. So I use a skewer when I'm putting the seeds into the Gordon cubes, because if not, then you have to be really precise and hope that you drop them incorrectly. And with the skewer, you don't really have to worry about them. So if you wet the skewer first, they will stick to the skewer instead of wherever else. You want to make sure that you grab a few at a time, 2 or 3, just in case they don't. If you just put one, it has a chance of not germinating, and it's just really disappointing after a couple weeks if it doesn't grow. Whereas this is really a great contingency plan, and you can always, especially with lettuce, you can weed them out and thin them out later on, and you can eat those ones that you thin out. So it's like a bonus baby green salad. So I just kind of drop them in there, make sure they're all actually all the way in there. And they do just fine. So those were the Garden Baby's Butterhead. Next I will be putting in the Sweet Baby Romaine. I purchased these seeds from Trad's Garden Center in Jacksonville, Florida. They're a wonderful family-owned business. You should definitely go check them out if you're in the area. Also a bonus if you're using the skewer, if the hole for the Gordon cube is not large enough or is kind of smushed, then you can always just use the skewer. Now you just put the lid on top. And it just kind of sits, it doesn't lock into place. I like to write a post-it note for myself. Not sure if you can see it. And it basically tells me which is which. And I usually write the date on there as well, so that later on when I'm looking at the cubes, I can tell what seeds I put where. And there's no confusion. So either you can put these in a nice warm sunny spot to let them germinate and start growing, or you can use what I use, which are grow lights. This is the light that I bought originally from Walmart. It was under 10 bucks, I believe, per light fixture. It has one T12 bulb in it, sorry. And it was really cheap, and I thought it was a really great buy, but it just didn't really work for me. My seedlings weren't very healthy, so I purchased a much bigger light. This is my larger light. It's a T5 high output 4 bulb light fixture that I bought from Amazon for $75, I believe. I'll leave a link in the description below, and I love it. All my plants are super healthy. Down there you'll see my cilantro, mint, and basil and lettuce, and they're doing really, really great. Here is comparison side by side of my plants when I left for Jacksonville for a trip 2 weeks ago and after I got back, and there's a huge difference, and I definitely think that that's because I had bought the really nice light, and I love it. You can buy more expensive lights that are a lot fancier, but I love this light, and I'll probably be purchasing another one. One thing I will say about this light though is that it does put off a pretty good amount of heat. I can touch the fixture itself, but my upstairs is noticeably warmer than my downstairs. And it's summer here in low country, and so it gets fairly warm. So definitely, if that's something that you're going to be worried about, I would definitely consider it.